Schönen guten Tag from here von Österreich, Wien. Mein Name ist Karin Hiebaum und wir sind mit dem Programm heute international aus Wien mit dem Programm Interesting People Online. Und wir haben heute von der liberalen Seite, Achtung FPÖ, Freiheitlichen, wir haben eine Politikerin, die für die Freiheit, für die Frieden in Argentinien kämpfen möchte. Wir werden dieses Interview in Englisch führen, weil ich möchte, dass ihr in Europa genau die Information bekommt, was eigentlich los ist. Ja? Hello, Marina. How are you? Welcome here in Austria. And I want to introduce you because we became some information from Argentina, but the people ask me, what's happened in your country? What is the reason because the government takes some decisions? Can you introduce yourself and can you explain what is the reason and the situation? What do you live in our country, Argentina, please?
Hi, Karin. Thank you very much for inviting me. Hi. Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm in Argentina right now. I live here. And since the beginning of the COVID pandemic, we've been 8 months inside our houses last year with businesses closed and lots of restrictions. And we had a couple of months during the summer, our summer in December, January, and February, and with a little bit more of freedoms here and there. But since the government couldn't implement a successful or planned vaccination scheme, we are very, very far behind in our needs for making the citizens immune, or how do you call la inmunización de rebaño, I don't know how to say that, but the quantity of citizens needed for being able to open businesses and go into attending schools. I think that we've been seeing abroad that many countries could started to open more the activities, and people are attending tennis competitions, and here is the other way around. We've been suffering lots of employment losses and businesses closing and kids without classes, because even though you have some groups of kids that can receive classes online, that's like a very small part of our population. Maybe private schools, but public schools find it very difficult to they don't have Wi-Fi, kids don't have Wi-Fi at home, they don't have devices. Maybe they have one cell phone and they have 4 kids and they have to share, and they don't have a printer. And learning from a computer or online learning, I'm not against that. I think it's a very useful tool, but kids need to socialize and to become independent outside of their houses. And I think that they, in Ciudad de Buenos Aires, which is our capital
in the
city,
capital of Buenos Aires, the Hauptstadt,
they didn't close schools until yesterday, and next week they're going to close schools. And apart from the sanitary health crisis that I know we all acknowledge that it is happening, we are also experiencing political fights against jurisdictions that are governed by different political parties. And so that is making it more difficult for planned and scientific approach to the pandemic. We are not using science, we are using ideology, and that's very, 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 very
but was
dangerous.
My question is because we have last week interview with Christian Dure and Dr. Prego Canceló from Spain, yes? And we don't understand why this government decide these situations, these topics, when Argentina has more very big problems with the economy, yes? And the people, when the business is closed, it's a terrific situation for the people, and the panic, then afraid, the situation, emotional situation is very dangerous because the people died. Yes, every people who died with emotional problem, with suicide, yes? They write COVID, but not die with COVID. That because they have another problems. And in all Europe, we had confinations, we had lockdowns, but we had open the shops, open the school, the children went to school 2 days a week. Now they go every day, and all the shops were open. But in the evening, from 20 o'clock until 6 o'clock, you didn't go outside. Yes, in the night you had to stay at home, but during the day you have to go to work. You have to make the productions. Now in Europe, they asked me, where is the Argentine wine? Where is the Argentine meat? We don't understand. You have not money. You have not to sailing, and the importation is closed. Which persons do you have in the government? They are very crazy. They are psychopathical. We don't understand, and we want to help Argentina. We go to the United Nations. We go to the World Health Ministeriums, but they ask me why the government don't take the reasons with the productions, with the work, with the economy. I don't know. Why can I tell them? Also, also Rodriguez Larreta is the opposite. Why he takes the same decisions like the Kirchnerismos? It's crazy. What do you think about this situation?
So many things.
Yes, but it's the reality of the situation in Argentina.
It is.
Yes,
that's what we're going through. And the last thing that you said about the government of our capital city, which is another, it's the opposite opposition in
opposition,
of the national government. We have a problem with what we call co-participation, which is how we distribute national taxes. And the national government has a central and very strong authority on that. And if you don't behave as a governor, then they won't give you more than what you produce, or as Ciudad de Buenos Aires is, which is very rich, they take you more than to redistribute it around the country to poorer provinces, states. And so it's like a fight. It's a constant fight between the national government and the provinces. And Rodriguez Larreta was very strong.
It's the boss of the city of Buenos Aires.
Exactly.
Auf Deutsch möchte ich erklären, Rodriguez Larreta ist der Bürgermeister von der Hauptstadt Buenos Aires und ist von der Opposition. Ist von der gleiche Seite wie Macri-Regierung.
Mhm.
Und normalerweise sollte das Gegenteil machen, was der Kirchnerismus entscheidet. Weil die wollen, die ganze Opposition, Liberales, Juntos por el Cambio, Banquemos, wollen gemeinsam gehen, damit keine Kirchnerismus mehr gibt. Weil der Kirchnerismus führt uns zu einem Chavismus, zu einem Kommunismus. Und das ist die Situation, wo die Argentinien heute darunter leiden, wo die ganze Situation bedeutet, heute sperren wir alle ein, damit wir die Regierung manipulieren können, wann die neuen Wahlen erscheinen, die Leute mehr Angst bekommen, damit wir mit der Wirtschaft manipulieren können und die Armutsgrenze höher steigt und die Leute weniger Kraft haben, um eigene Entscheidungen zu treffen. Do you understand what yet I tell now in German, Marina?
Most of it, not all of it, but most of it. And yes,
I explain the situation, yeah, the manipulation about the people, about the closing, und wenn weniger Bildung gibt, weniger Kraft von den Leuten. Nur, die Argentinier sind keine Trottel, die Argentinier sind sehr intelligent. Das Einzige, was sie heute nicht haben, ist die Kraft, hinauszugehen. Und wir möchten hier mit den Medien erreichen, open the eyes, Augen aufmachen, Rebellion und auf der Straße gehen und über die Freiheit zu kämpfen. We have to open our eyes. We have go to outside and we have to make a war for our freedom. It's very dangerous, the situation, and we search for the help from the international medias. Yes?
Yes, what you said about getting all together, and that's very important, I think, as well. We are, what we need is that the opposition that is today in Congress, they need to be braver. They need to work as an opposition outside of the Congress. In Congress, you approve or you don't approve laws, and you debate. The people we have against us, they don't like the debates. They don't debate. They are very authoritative, and so we need we are not an opposition yet. We are forming a political party, and we go to the media, and we go to Instagram and Twitter, and we can put our ideas and some pressure there. But those who are in the Congress, they need to be stronger, a stronger opposition, and we need to get together, but we need to push them more. You know what you were saying about our government, and the reason they wanted to be government is just to make sure that the Vice President Cristina doesn't go to prison. And they are reforming the judicial system, and they are destroying the economic system by printing money and having money to give away to very poor people that don't understand the difference, don't have the culture of effort and of work and of studying. And what we want to do is the opposite. Of course, we want to help those that today cannot make good decisions because they didn't have the education, but that has to be temporary. We talked about that the last interview, that there has to be some kind of support to unemployed people, but temporary. We need to educate people. And I think that's the most important part about getting together as an opposition, is if they want to be stronger and they want to be an active opposition that goes away, I don't know how to say that, but exceeds the Congress, going all together to the streets and making our voice really, 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 really loud.
Marina Kienast, thank you very much for the explanation, because it's very important for us in the outside, in Europe, in United States, to have the information about the situations in Argentina. We have too much to do. We are with our open eyes, and I hope we can help our country. Yes. Thank you very much. This was the program from Europe for this explanation about the situation in Argentinien. Vielen Dank. Ich hoffe, dass ihr in Englisch diese Situation verstanden habt über die katastrophale Situation, was Argentinien heute erlebt. Und deshalb bitten wir euch, alle Medien, internationale Medien, diese Nachrichten zu viralisieren. Wir müssen von Ausland unseres Land helfen. Vielen lieben Dank. Auf Wiedersehen. Un momento.
Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank. Vielen Dank. Vielen lieben Dank. Bueno.